baby rabbits, and I watched these rabbit channels, and I was like, oh, give me a sword, give me a shield. I would fight and die for these creatures. And
Get that crypto ass back in the chopper. We got rugglers to murder.
well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, my lifeline to sanity. Thank you for watching, each and every one of you that does. I'm just an aging man trying to figure out how to continue surviving in this world while trying to be as creative as possible in my own special way. Nobody is required to watch, and so for everybody that does, thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I am a loner. I like to be by myself. I don't have anybody to talk to. So the fact that I can talk to you is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you once again for showing up for it. It is appreciated to no end. And so, of course, to appease the YouTube gods, front-loading of YouTube videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would be very, very cool. Definitely a good thing. And I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons, these literally beautiful and literally awesome people who are, in fact, literally beautiful and literally awesome. I am on disability, and it is not keeping up with the cost of trying to stay alive. Thank you, each and every person that helps me to stay this way. How long should I keep my hands in the air? I cannot remember, to be honest. So hopefully I didn't take them down too soon or too late, too much. Anyway, front loading of videos over. Thank you, YouTube gods. I have not done much aside from getting a very juicy vocal cord system going on there. My apologies. I have not done much in the past couple days. Well, I mean, yesterday. But I finally did spend time going off to the ER. So that took up a lot of time. I did my early morning stuff. I vlogged, and then I went and recorded, and then I edited a video, and then I went and took a shower. So it was close to 5 o'clock before I finally hit the road and started walking to the hospital. And I spent my time in the ER. And it wasn't long. There wasn't very few people, so I got there and I was in instantly. And before I could even get into my, the hospital gown thing, the doctor was in to see me. So, I mean, it went fast. There was nothing there for them to do. Now, they don't have a thing set up, they can't do biopsies, they can't do this, that, and the other. But while the doctor there, it wasn't a dermatologist, she did take a look at my back. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of, hey, you've got old person moles on your back. And yeah, I do, I know that. But while she said, of course, with the proviso, she is not a dermatologist, and while there are some spots that could be questionable, she doesn't see anything right there as a non-dermatologist that looks awful and bad, and you should be immediately worried. But there are the questionable areas that, yeah, you need to contact your primary care provider, get in contact with a dermatologist, get your back checked out just to make sure. But she couldn't see anything as a non-dermatologist that looked immediately life-threatening. And that was part of just what I needed. I had been stuck. I needed to get moving somehow, and my being able to go to the emergency room was movement that I was able to take after over a year of trying. So the fact that I got moving was more than anything else a big part of it. But then the fact that I got some pointers of where to go and what to do external from me gets me pointed in the right direction and a little push. And as I have executive dysfunction, I need that push to be able to do things. So today I am calling up the Veterans Administration, and I am going to call them and try and get a referral to a specialist, a dermatologist, so I can get these things taken a look at. Okay, I'm still moving, and I do have an appointment to go see my actual doctor in next month, so things are moving, not incredibly quickly, but they are moving, and that's good. I like not just being frozen and stuck. But I'm still doing the very best I can past that, even though I spent most of the day being nervous, and then finally left around 5. I got back around 8:30. It wasn't bad. I mean, it takes a while to walk to the hospital. I walk at 20 minutes is a mile. That's 3 miles an hour, 4 kph, 3 mph. And so it takes like 40 minutes to get to the hospital. And then it's 40 minutes to walk back, and I just spent the rest of the time there. And it, like I said, it went bam, 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 real fast. So I did thinking, and I played some games as best I could. I've listened to music as best I could. I've tried to do creative stuff as best I can. Then I have itchy spots right up here, because every time I start recording, I get itchy spots, which of course is just a human thing. You think about your appearance, there's blood flow to areas that get blood flow get itchy, and then because you itch, there's more blood, which causes more itchiness. So once you become aware of things, then you're on a spiral. Yay. But past that, I've just been trying to survive, and that is a good thing. I've been still able to move my stuff around. Every single day now, I pull everything off the shelves, I decide what to replace, and then I put everything back up here with something different. And then I, of course, have to change out the head over here. I still need to finish cleaning out these shelves, but oh boy, unmedicated ADHD. So that's another thing. I am so out of sight, out of mind. And with the time blindness, where weeks pass like days, months pass like weeks, weeks pass like days, days pass like hours, and hours pass like minutes. I forget. I am so time blind. I forget I have stepsisters. I forget I have a sister. I forget I have kids. They never contact me. If I don't talk to them, nothing. So, yay. But life is life. I'm not trying to go for sympathy on that one. Literally, life is life. I mean, life is life with the way I've been my entire life, and the way I forget stuff. It happens. But still, taking a look down here on my list of what we've got stuff. Oh, yeah. I talked yesterday a little bit about how I've been watching a lot of animal channels and a lot of bunny channels. I've been gone and subscribed to a couple more bunny channels, just because watching these little rabbits run around as pets is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love the way bunnies look and the way bunnies act. Some of these channels I watch, the rabbits are treated more aloofly. They'll show them just being off and doing, whatever they're doing, or ASMR, or running up and down stairs, and there's that step back. These channels that I'm watching of late, they just get right down into it, and they enhance and go, oh my gosh, look at how cute these are, by focusing on the cute things that the bunnies do. And amazingly, free-roam rabbits really seem to act like cats, in that when you're walking along and you're doing something like going to the place where you get their food, and then you walk over from there to the food bowl, the rabbits are coiling around these people's feet, acting like cats. They're interested, they want to be there, and so they open up stuff and they're sniffing and bouncing around and things, but always staying around their feet. Dangerous, of course. You have to watch out. I mean, goodness gracious, I've almost gotten myself murdered several times in the past by tripping over coiling cats. So you got to be careful. But oh my gosh, it's so cute. And I do not know what it is about human wiring where, when I look at stuff like hamsters, my heart melts. I would fight and die for hamsters. And when it comes to rabbits, yeah. I look at baby rabbits, and I watched these rabbit channels, and I was like, oh, give me a sword, give me a shield. I would fight and die for these creatures. And I don't know why, but they're just like perfect. So thumbs up on that. And also, this one was just on the concept of cute. This morning while I was putting up all the little things here, and then there's one of the tiny, tiny little beanbag hamsters. I was putting up a tiny beanbag hamster, and of course, I've got dry skin, and so it got caught on some of the dry skin on the edge of my finger and went flinging off of the thing I'd put it on and bounced off the floor. It was annoying, of course, because I put it carefully in place, and it just, a brief side touch and woo, went flinging off because of the hook of dry skin. But the stuffing that they put inside of these tiny hamsters is just a perfect ASMR type sound for me, because when they hit the ground or you squish them around, that I'm tiny and filled with beans sound is just, I like it. It's not as good for me ASMR wise as the real stuff, because I get a mild ASMR response if I hear things like, I watched this one video where this one person was making if you take, to make the silicon mold is you make latex, except you replace the carbon atoms with silicon, and so it's not latex, it's this other stuff. But she was mixing it in a ceramic bowl with her metal spoon, and the metal scraping of the spoon on the ceramic side was, I had ASMR response the entire time for that, and it was good. So when I say it's the ASMR sound, it's not exactly for me, but it's a very pleasant sound that I'm tiny and I'm filled with beans. It's a very cute noise. Thumbs up for that. But past that, again, I'm done thinking on the whole inside-outside razor's edge stuff. I've been dealing on the cryptid stuff. I've been trying to work with all these other things. I've got the project I'm still working on inside of my head. It's not done and over, so it's just slower work in a much different fashion. One of the things was, I can't even remember if I talked about it, I know I've mentioned it mildly before, but now it's going to be part of the larger project, where it shows you have to be a part of the community or you're not going to be a part of the community. Where on the razor's edge part of the razor's edge, the apple rock part of it that goes from where we are straight shot across to the other door to the inside, that's not every part of it. That's the center, but it's huge. It is 20,000 kilometers circumference. And the actual part that I call the razor's edge, where I'm writing my stories about, is a little 500 kilometer circumference right at the center. And there's all this. And I write about just this tiny spot here. Try and remember, because I've got things written down. Yes, on the outer edges of that's where our knowable civilization is starting to break down, and you're coming across other human civilizations that have no connections to the outside where we live. So, as these people are spreading out, you have to remember that it being an untamable, unending frontier, you really have to be community oriented. So if you don't give back to the community is not going to give back to you. If you don't help the community is not going to help you. If you turn your back on the community turns its back on you. So if you've got people who are just on the edge, people don't like them, but they're not pissing off people enough that they just get shunned and kicked out, and they marry another person, and then they have a whole bunch of kids that they raise up that way, oh boy, So yeah, I figured that writing in this one is a good way to show that, where this one fella, he does mosey into the sheriff's place. Because there's like 2,000 people out here in this town, and he's telling them, yeah, I saw this big old lizard. I was lucky. I managed to duck behind a tree. I don't know how this thing didn't see me, but thank goodness it didn't. It was almost big as my house, and it went up toward the mount there, which is up past the Ulstead place right now. I'm kind of worried. That was a big old lizard. If it had hit the Ulstead place, they're going to be in trouble. And so you're asking us, like, when that happened? Because it's Friday afternoon. Oh, Thursday morning. So it's been over a day that this big lizard went up toward this one ranch. And so the sheriff was like, oh my gosh, that does not sound good. All right, everybody, get your stuff together. We're going to have a posse. We're going to go check this out. 9 o'clock sharp. Everyone get a good night's rest so that we can be ready for anything we find. So it has been Thursday, Friday. They're heading out Saturday to go and check on you. Because these people didn't really give back to the community. You know, they fought amongst themselves. They pissed off the community. The kids would steal. They were always on the edge of, we want to kick you out, but we don't just want to kick you out either. Because the community is not evil. It's just people. It's a bunch of people. And so when they finally get out there, well, they find the blood stains on the gate and how that's torn inward toward the rest of the whole homestead. And they find blood stains all over the front of the house and, bullet shots everywhere, and the door knocked inward, and the entire inward part of the house leading through a hallway just shredded to pieces, and the other doorways just knocked inward. And when they finally get to the living room, oh my gosh, it's like they painted the inside of the place with blood. So the Ulstead family, no, they're gone. They didn't run away. Big lizard got them. And that's gonna be part of the story, because you turn your back on the community is they'll be there. They'll just wait. It's like your house is on fire. It's like, don't worry, the fire truck will be there in the morning. So the community will police itself. And I want that to be better written, of course, better told, because I'm extemporaneous off the top of my head talking about it right now, but we shall see. So, of course, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce any usernames, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count American Sign Language, well, hokey smokes. So we have Confused Owl 29. Check out one of those Maxar videos, hokey smokes. If you don't have a stroke while trying to process one of those, you're not watching them right. We have JT, greatly appreciated. Psycho Jazz, thumbs up and thank you. Jesse Koskinen, I don't know. I like all of Dusk, except for the last 2/3 of the 3rd episode. And we have Thomas Mogensen, thumbs up and thank you. And there is Shadow, greatly appreciated. JMACGG, I answer here, but I'll answer again. I am turning 60 this October. We have ZZ Plays a Lot 44, thumbs up and thank you. And oh boy, yeah, boss fights, they just slow everything down. Ben B, thumbs up and thank you. And then there is Samuel Garcia, greatly appreciated. 10 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Greatly appreciated. Get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I am alone, but not lonely. I am separate, but not isolated. I am awkward around people and have been socially withdrawn for decades. I still need to interact with people, though. I am a human being. Thank you so very much. And of course, got phone calls to make. I got stuff I want to get done. So hopefully I can get that done. If not, survival mode is important too. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. But again, survival mode is important. So if you can't, just survive. Do what you can and survive. And of course, with the covfefe bug still a raging, take whatever precautions are necessary for your area and your situation. Just be smart and don't throw yourself onto the still growing corpse pile. We know the precautions that are necessary. Just be smart. And so, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Thumbs up on that. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing. At least I think so. Definitely a thumbs up.